Hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Questions here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. Hello from Chicago. I am here 365 days of the year to answer your political questions or whatever's in the news. I'll do my best. I'll see what's in the collective energy. A hairpin that's falling, so I'm just going to put this back in while I'm talking to you. 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. And we have epic troll slayers, so thank you. Questions are first come, first serve. You just show up and just put them in the chat in all caps. Anything in all caps in the chat, that's how you talk to me. Otherwise, just please type normally, because people are very supportive of each other and very helpful. So epic troll slayers. We have epic troll slayers keeping us safe. Thank you. And thank you guys for being so nice to each other. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down into the description box. All the questions are there. And as I go through, I timestamp everything. So you can just come in. You can just click on whatever you're most interested in. You don't have to sit through the whole thing. And whatever you're most interested, just in and out. And you don't have to listen to me jibber jab. So. Okay, Kristen from Uncover the News, who has been bringing us the headline fire for ages now, got a nasty email apparently asking her not to post on my channel anymore. I didn't see the email. I have not seen it yet, but I take her word for it, and that's unacceptable. Do not send a message to anyone, let alone someone who has contributed so much to this channel, and tell them not to post. This is not your channel. This is my channel. And people here are so kind to each other and so supportive. And Kristen adds so much to this channel. And she's just, people are, Holly's giving us great astrological information. Kristen's giving us, up to the minute headlines. Polly Wanda comes up with just the most interesting questions. It's wild. I love how she thinks. We're a community, and we're all contributing. So please be kind. So just wanted to make sure I mentioned that up front. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. People are talking about, I know I get criticism about my nails sometimes, especially when I wear long ones. And boy, if you don't like long nails, you're not going to like today, because these bad boys, they do not blend. These dark green bad boys, they're not subtle. And yeah, so, I'm used to a certain amount of criticism, but please don't criticize people who are giving just freely of their hearts and minds. So that's all. Okay, thank you guys. Joe Lisa's Autumn's team is very good. Or look at this community. So we have a fantastic community. Thank you for that. All right, so I've got your questions in the chat. So far, I've got 11, but things come up. So there were a couple of things. I had a couple of questions. One, will Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves be reelected? I read on him yesterday. So I think that came up in that reading. So I would check yesterday. And if not, we can always, look in future. I'm here 365 days of the year. Seriously. Every holiday, every weekend, every weekday, your birthday, my birthday, I'm always here. And in fact, this coming Friday is going to be my 1000th video, if things go to plan. Dropped a clock on my foot yesterday. It's like, oh, okay, I'm fine. But I've got a great big Band-Aid on it and stuff. Let's see. Also, a question was, I haven't heard much about the Mercers lately. Do they have dark money? And Disrat responded, they are dark money. That's actually, I think, the most accurate thing. The Mercers, they're just awful. They're vile. They supported Bannon. They supported Trump. They supported all the alt-right. They were the money behind this, the growth and prominence of all of that. They're just awful. So, okay. I'm fine, but yeah. Big old Band-Aid on my foot. Okay, why is my nose running? I'm gonna dab my nose here over here. Hang on. Okay. Also, the weather apps have been promising for weeks that it's finally going to cool off. They keep promising, and it doesn't happen. But there's apparently the jet stream is going to dip over the U.S., and it is going to go way south, as in like, hello, my bestie in Louisiana, you're going to be getting some of this cooler air, because this front's coming through, and then there's significantly cooler air behind it. Please. Oh, that's the 12th question. I knew there was something I wanted to add. Climate change. There is a new report that temperatures will go up by the end of the century. No, before it was like they'll go up like 1.5 degrees. That's bad. And then it was, no, they're going to go up 1 degree. That's worse. They're now saying by the end of the century, the average temperatures are going to go up by 2.7 degrees Celsius. That's catastrophic. So I wanted to read on that today, because that shiver me timbers. That's like, whoo, boy. Whoo, that's scary, scary. Okay. And I did get a question on Brian Laundrie. I might read on it just to read on, because the some of the questions today are pretty dark. Reading about those poor Haitian refugees is going to be really, really dark. And Charles says, a clock on your foot was telling you it's time to take a walk. Dance. Yeah. Okay, the lighting's getting really weird in here. There's some weird clouds doing weird stuff. So I don't know what's going on there. Is that better? Not really. I'm going to do it anyway. All right, I'm going to put this over here. And I pinned my hair back because I've got big hair today. It was still a bit damp when I, oh my gosh, that's just from outside. But that'll change. We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, it was just poof. So I just curled it under and stuck some pins in. Anyway. All right, at 9 minutes we're starting. And we're starting with, I can see Russia from my house. 9 minutes. Guess who we're starting with? That's your hint. Your Jeopardy answer. I can see Russia from my house. Who is oh boy. Katie, by 3021, heaven help us, what things will be like. That's 1,000 years from now. This is by the end of this century. So 2021, actually by the year 2100. So they're talking 80 years from now, 79 years from now. Kevin says Nostradamus is floating around a comment on your lipstick. Yes. What did you do to your face? That was very funny. That was very funny. Stephen says, Sarah Palin on a Monday. What happened to the weekend? I know. So is Sarah Palin planning on a run for Senate or president? She's been on TV a lot recently. Well, she quit her last job. Sarah Palin. Jay Burnley says maybe some fancy pageant walking. All right, Sarah Palin. Thank you guys for trying to cheer me up. Because I got to read on Sarah Palin. No, I mean, this is a dream job being here with you guys. It's a part-time gig, but dream job. Thank you. But all right, Sarah Palin. I can just hear Tina Fey. No, I need the original. She's like a bag of angry cats. It's just her energy is just there's the surface, and then underneath the surface, it's just wow. Yeah, she's not. Sorry, entertainment only. For those who aren't, this isn't their spiritual beliefs. If it's your spiritual beliefs, you know that this is not 100% accurate ever. But yeah, we're not. Let's just say she doesn't have both feet firmly in reality. Let's put it that way. She's got financial problems. She's got family problems. She's divorced, isn't she? And oh boy. As someone with diagnosed depression, germophobia, and PTSD, I don't use the C word lightly, but crazy pants. We're definitely talking crazy pants here. King of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles. She's very much stuck in the past. Queen of Cups when she was relevant. King of Pentacles. What has she been saying on TV? She said she's been on TV a lot recently because this is what used to be. This is McCain. This is Trump. This is do any of the kids want to be in politics? Can stage mother politics? Does fight against the Democrats and get some of that sweet Republican money. I don't know that anybody would take her seriously, and she's not all there. Holly in France, she's saying she's trashing Biden and all the usual gibberish that makes no sense. Oh boy. Jeanette says she's on TV, so she needs money. Okay. Oh, Linda has information. Oh, no. Linda was saying her Marjorie Trader Green Bogart. That would be much more interesting. Bobert, Cinema, Gates, Paul, Cruz, even Lady Lynn. I don't call him Lady Lindsay. I never do that. Lindsay, all melodrama divas. True. Holly has fantastic astrology information. Sarah Palin, February 11th, 1964. Aquarius Sun, Virgo rising, Aquarius moon. Her Mars and Saturn are conjunct. Her Sun in Aquarius is in her 6th house. I looked at her. I remember looking at a chart a long time ago, and it was very, very shockingly similar to Michelle Bachmann. Holly, have you seen Michelle Bachmann's chart? Because if you look at the two, there are some, it's like, oh wow, I can see why they got along and why there was a lot of similarity there. And anybody who doesn't remember Michelle Bachmann, you do not know how blessed you are. Okay. Holly France, that's what they said about 45. He's crazy pants? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Whew. She wants to get back in the game, back in the money. She wants cameras pointed at her. She wants to be on that high level. It's like, lady, decaf. That would be the death of your career. You are, and we're talking about your time has passed. This is a whole different ball game. She's good at insult to injury. She doesn't understand why that isn't valuable. Not understanding things have changed. And she's gonna, whoever's looking like they're most likely going to be president next, I don't know that she's going to run, but it feels like she desperately wants to jump on whoever's going to run, who's going to get the Republican nominee so that she can fight for them and basically ingratiate herself. I don't see her running herself for president. Let me see if I can get 3 more cards. Oof. I don't know, she doesn't necessarily deserve all these cards, but Electra Storm says, I will never forgive McCain for picking her as his VP. It guaranteed an Obama victory. I think part of that was fate. Because if there's one thing Pluto and Capricorn loves, it's to shake up that sense of status. And in this country, what's been a key marker of status in the past? Color of your skin. So it's like Pluto was like, oh, you guys, we're going to upend everything to do with status. Oh, let's have the first African-American president. And let's make him completely not problematic. Go ahead. That had a lot to do with it. Linda says McCain's staff chose her. Man. So is she going to run? There was talk about her running against Murkowski. But she feels like old news. She thinks she's relevant. She thinks she can be relevant. That she has star power. She has name recognition. Blah, 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 blah. Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. She needs money. She needs money. It's not going to work. Zippo. She'll try to get on some. She's going to try to get on somebody's coattails, but no. Fail. Okie doke. Rachel saying McCain couldn't stand her. For all the grief that Reagan got for Nancy talking to that astrologer, her last name was Quigley. What's her first name? I can't remember. But anyway, using astrology, the astrologer actually, of the candidates that Reagan was looking at for vice president, my understanding is she ran the charts and she was saying George H. was the best option. And they had very good they actually had good astrology. They'd get along well, they'd work well together, they'd have similar goals. And they did. They worked really well together. And to this day, I still don't understand. Even like there are some new celebrity couples in the news, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, you're artists. If you used astrology, if you looked at, these are my options, and used astrology to find the one best suited to you, even if the whole world knew, do you know how much shock that would cause? Do you know how much that would hurt your reputation? Not at all. Zippo. Nobody would be surprised. That would not hurt you in any way. So why are you in these relationships with people who are just astrologically like, no, I don't get that. And I do understand that in politics, especially with security issues, you don't necessarily want your enemies to know when you're most likely to move or do things. But I wouldn't dream. I don't even publish anything without looking at the astrology first. So Electra, Jen, and Ben, she's talking about you. Yeah, not just who I'm talking about though. There's a I won't go into details. I will just say that there is one of the Marvel people who is one of the Marvel actors is in a relationship, and I truly wish them all the best. It just kind of became public knowledge. But looking at the astrology, because I was asked by somebody to look at the astrology between the two, happy Mars, and that's about it. So, but Reagan and George H. got along like a house on fire. Makes a difference. All right. Okay, I'm back happily out of the Sarah Palin energy. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Ivana, what is your sign? Mine? I am a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, Sun, Cancer Moon, Gemini rising, Mars in Pisces. And then if you're wondering why all the colors and all of this, it's because I've got a Neptune, Venus, Mercury stellium. It's a conjunction of 3 or more planets in Sagittarius, right across from the Saturn in my Gemini ascendant. So this has to be structured. there have to be outlines, and things have to match, but creativity, colors, that's all Sagittarius. Hi. So, all right. 24. Oh, that's an optimistic question, White Dragon. Will dark money ever be taken out of politics? Hey, I like optimism. Jean says, I'm a Gemini sun, Cancer moon. No wonder I like you. Fellow Cancer moon. Any idea where they are? Is your Gemini sun near the beginning of Gemini or more toward the end? Because most of my stuff is toward the beginning, like around 5 degrees. Cancer moon, my Cancer moon is at 9 degrees. Linda says, you stay you. I love who you are. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Linda. Okay. Jalesia says, I'm a Sag rising and a colorist. That makes perfect sense. Ruled by Jupiter. Big, optimistic, colorful. And my Venus is in Sagittarius, so it's what I love, how I love, and I like people. So, okay. Dark money. Will dark money be taken out of politics? Okay. Well, hopefully Citizens United being taken down, that would be lovely. Oh, Pegasus, I'm a Libra and a photographer, tourism, film promoter. The whole fashion industry is Libra. Speaking of colors, this one being dark. Will dark money ever be taken out of politics? Energy is not grand. Money, the card of work, it greases the wheels currently. Let's see here. Emperor. Emperor, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Ace of Swords, yes, but not soon. Dark money gets out of politics when technology advances. Right now, that's the established way. A lot of it stays hidden, but no, the truth is going to come out and things are going to change dramatically when there's a ton more transparency in financial stuff. So when it's all electronic to a point of, I mean, for some reason I'm feeling US currency, I'm feeling cryptocurrency, I'm feeling it's going to happen, but it's a technological change, and it's not now. It's not like this week, this month, even this year. Eventually. So, Pegasus, what about dark money moving into cryptocurrency? I worry about that. It feels like there may come a point, I'm not going into this, but there may come a point where there's something about cryptocurrencies that becomes more mainstream because it's safer, or there's more transparency or something like that. King of Cups. Biden definitely wants to get rid of a lot of that dark money. Lovers, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. It's going to take a long time. It will happen, but it's going to take time, and it's going to be, we're going to have a whole different set of the whole paradigm is going to change. So Pegasus says there may come a time when crypto overtakes national currency and power. Well, with our national debt, I mean, what are our options? But anyway. Marcia says, I was born in Sagittarius, of Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon on a new moon. Oh, wow. So, I'm hearing for a number of you who are Libra. Dave said he's a Libra. White Dragon's a Libra. I'm just curious, are you early Libra? Because my Pluto is an early Libra, and my, like, 1 degree. And my Uranus is at like 16. Just wondering. Because it's usually when you create a group, a community, it's amazing the astrological. It's like, oh, this is I feel comfortable here. It's because of the astrology. So Linda says no, it's too high on the food chain. Rich, this is global. Okay. Electrostorm is Virgo. Awesome. So Kathleen, Cancer Sun, Aries Moon, Libra Ascendant. Ooh, okay. Libra 2, Cancer Sun, Leo Moon. I love hearing this about you guys. Okay. I think that was thunder. Oh. All right. 31. Well, let's have a look at the alleged scumbag, Brian Laundrie. Apparently he is missing. Electra says, you are the only one who likes Virgos. No. Are you kidding? Virgo, the whole, just think of Japanese craftsmanship. That is the essence of Virgo. All that beautiful, gorgeous, meticulous. You want something to wear. Look at this magnificent thing that uses every piece of material. If this long narrow material, you'd like a meal. Here's this gorgeous thing. Here you'd like anything. Just beautiful. That is Virgo. Libra may rule the fashion, but Virgo is the craftsperson. Mwah. Wondering Eye says, I just bought a couple of books on astrology. I want to know what you're talking about. You know, one of the best ways to learn astrology, I found, to reinforce ideas about what the different signs mean. What are they like? They're actually, go find, like on Facebook or anywhere, go look for astrology memes. And you'll start seeing, it's like, oh yeah, that is funny. Like there's one of, if Jesus really was a Capricorn, as in born on December 25th, it's very funny. So, Marcy's a Virgo. Awesome. Sherry said, my brother's a Virgo, not a creative bone in his body. Does he have good attention to detail? Good at organizing? Of the three, I joke about the three earth signs. Taurus grows it. Virgo crafts it. Capricorn makes it expensive. And you know I love you, Capricorn, so. All right, I guess we have to look at this. So, Brian Laundrie, they found his girlfriend's body. The police had a talk with them a few days earlier about a physical altercation that had happened, and she was all hunched up, looking very sad and small. They find her body. He took her car and drove all the way home from like Wyoming, or I forget where they were, back to Florida. Got there, and now he has disappeared. Teresa says, my Virgo sister visited, cleaned and organized my house, and cooked a huge dinner. This scumbag. Look, I don't even know if he's only alleged to have something to do. He's a person of interest in her death. But police called about a physical altercation, and she's sitting there looking literally hunched over. She was just sitting in the in the back of the vehicle like this, kind of crying. It's like, okay. I think the whole government's coming down on him. Some people say he's missing. His family's saying he's in hiding. 10 of Cups. They looked happy. She was 22 years old. She had a YouTube channel. Don't get any ideas. And I don't travel much these days, so I'm gallows humor. I'm trying to find something that makes this not so heinous. The energy not so heinous, rather. They were happy. This is a victory of bludgeoning. Chariot. This allegedly got out of hand. People have sided with her. He doesn't have, where can he go? What can he do for money? What can he doesn't have somewhere to go. He doesn't have, he doesn't have options. He doesn't have resources. That's what I'm looking for. Gary says the police searched his house apartment this morning. Cat Shepherd. I think it's more quality, though. Yes, that's exactly. The Capricorn is all about quality. It's wonderful. I like Capricorns too. So the two serious relationships I've had in my life, one was a Capricorn, one was a Taurus. 7 of Swords. Thief. Knight of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. It's me about money. Physical altercation. Woman. She was a name on social media, and he was not. There's something about money here. They either fought about money or he actually tried to steal from her. Did he actually? Linda says, oh, Autumn, you're so lucky it was only 2. Well, I don't plan on spending the rest of my life alone, so. But in the cards I get from other readers, they keep getting this King of Cups. There's a man with a whole lot of water energy somewhere in him. Either sun or moon. Okay, it's raining. It's a weird noise. Oh, Browan, that's amazing. The place her body was buried was found by a YouTube editor who then used Google Earth to find the exact place and notified police. Oh my gosh. Okay, lovers. Page of Cups. This isn't the first time they'd had a physical altercation. So here I'm not getting anything about money, but this is not good. I mean, he did take her car, but anyway. Oh no, Gary says breaking. The Supreme Court will hear the Mississippi abortion case in December. Deanne is saying, as a Capricorn, I can agree with wanting quality and consider longevity when purchasing anything. And that's a smart thing to do. People with a lot of Capricorn energy, that they don't even have to have Sun in Capricorn, it just have a lot of Capricorn in their chart. I find that they will, I find that they have, the keyword is elegance. Some of the most elegant, like Instagram accounts you'll ever see are Capricorns. So they're gonna get this guy. It just are they gonna get this guy? Oh, hang on. Are they gonna get this guy? He doesn't have resources. He can't stay in hiding. Nine of Wands, King of they're definitely going to come after him. I'm not entirely sure he's going to survive this, because he doesn't have anywhere else. I mean, he doesn't see an option here. All up in his feelings. You are being basically accused of having killed a woman. They're trying to talk him down. All right, they'll get it. They'll bring him in. They'll bring him in. I was kind of concerned that he would take matters into his own hands or force police to do it for him, but no, it looks like they'll bring him in. Okay. Man. Cat Shepherd, I always thought Libra was about elegance and Capricorns are a bit more pragmatic. The UK, sorry, not the UK, England specifically is Capricorn. And you get the aristocracy, and they have held on to their aristocracy. And it is still harder to move around the social structure in the UK than it is, say, in the States. There is slightly more of a class system happening, or rather more just codified, perhaps. Heaven knows we've got one here. But the whole aristocracy and the big, your big pile of stone house and your that kind of elegance, old money elegance and status, and that's Capricorn. And it goes all the way back to January 1st, 1066. Libra is a more gentle, ruled by Venus, beauty, just loving beauty. That's, although, yeah, Taurus is ruled by Venus, but anyway, I guess I should answer some questions. That was really depressing. Oh, here we go. 4330. Alicia has a good question. 4330. Will Trump face prosecution over the Georgia phone calls? Okay, this might be a little depressing, just because Trump, first of all, the prosecutor, she's got so much on her plate. This hasn't been the priority. This is why it's taking so long. The other thing is that even if he was convicted, it's more likely to just result in like a fine than any kind of jail type thing. Just having a quick look. There was something. Sharon saying it's interesting to think countries have a sign. Oh, absolutely. The U.S. Cancer, Big Mom. Mom, apple pie, and big tracts of land. Capricorn, or elegance, the class system, and legmen, tweed, tweed, and legmen, and that sort of thing. So yeah. Georgia, prosecution. People protected Trump for far too long. 4 of Cups. High Priestess. 6 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Cups. That's not a lot. Let me try again, because that was not a whole lot. Scotia Sweetie says posh England is very different from the majority of people in England. And that diversity there, though. The movies show more of a posh England. Oh, no, I understand. I spent 20 years married to an Englishman. So I've been over there, and I know what you're talking about. But stereotypes. The stereotypes stick because the energy usually matches something in the astrology, to be honest. But who knows? Hippie Gypsy says, Capricorn, family-oriented, all about business. Oh, absolutely. It's the big dad of the zodiac. Tradition. Yes, that's a great word, Katie. All right, Trump in Georgia. Let's try again. Actually, I'm going to put this at 40. 6. The devil called down to Georgia. He was looking for an election to steal. There's Trump, the man. Devil. Messenger, message, legally silent. Knight of Wands, judgment. They're going to fight back against any kind of judgment. It's going to take a while. Any more information on judgment here? There's not a whole, this Georgia thing does not have a lot of energy behind it, I'm afraid. The U.S., Canada, to the best of my knowledge, U.S., Canada, and France are all Cancer nations, but they're just very different Cancer nations because of other parts of the chart. Yeah, this Georgia thing. It's there, it's something, but it's not feeling... I mean, the energy behind what Cy Vance is doing, bigly energy. This, and of course, they're not going to, Republicans are not going to want to play ball. Justice, that would be nice. Could we have some of that, please? She's actually been overwhelmed, but I also think there's been some people dragging their feet. So if this was a quick slam dunk, she would have done it by now. But, and right behind that, the Hangman. So it was slowing stuff down. It could legally hurt. The truth will come out, it feels like. Yeah, okay. There will be some hearings at some point. Okay. This is Trump or whatnot or whomever having to come down. There'll be some charges here eventually. They may call Trump down. Trump has so much legal stuff coming against him. It's just incredible. Card for the reading. From his base of power, it's my Mar-a-Lago card. He'll try to pretend things didn't happen. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of, yes. All right, eventually it is going to, there is going to be a court case about this. So what happens to Trump? Trump. Six of Cups. That's Democrats being, vaguely pleased. King of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. For some secrets, other Republicans. Some other Republicans are going to get roped into this somehow. From facing any actual consequences. That would be really nifty. Could we please get some consequences for this man? He just does what he wants. It's infuriating. Legal decision, government legal decision, fine. It's not what I would hope it would be. I don't think it's going to be what you hope it's going to be. So, by the way, I have got all of the lights on. I have got the blind that I put here. It's actually off to the side and not doing anything. This is all the light coming through the window, all three windows. Two lamps, two over lamps, one lamp right here. So I'm actually going to pull out this because it's so dark in here. So I just have to plug this into the back and turn this sucker on because this thing is bright. This is actually a sun lamp. Ooh, hopefully that will help. There we go. A little creepy, but oh, okay. I've got to turn that a little bit. That's it's gonna blind me. Creepy. It looks creepy. I don't know what else to do. No, it just looks creepy, no matter what I do with it. If I put it farther, no, down, farther down does not make it better. All right, I'm just going to leave that there. Okay. All right. Electra's saying the universe loves Trump for some reason. He doesn't face consequences at all. Well, I was looking, the other day, if you were here, I brought out that astrological stuff about Trump. And next month, he's still got there's bad stuff starting, but he's got some, good Jupiter placements and things keeping him safe. But by Thanksgiving, all of that lovely blue protection just goes poof. And what's left is just all red seesaw and grating energy. So he's not going to have a good Thanksgiving astrologically. So there's that. We'll see what happens. 54. Oh, goodness. Yes. We're looking at these poor Haitian refugees in Texas. Electra Storm is asking, will Haiti be able to convince the Biden administration to put a stop for now in deporting the Haitians that are on the Mexican border? There are over 14,000, and going back would be awful. What's going to happen with the Haitian immigrants? Such desperation. I mean, there are people there, they haven't eaten in days. Dave says, I watch Dark Shadow reruns to cheer up. I find your background pleasant. They're asylum seekers. Give them asylum. Hello? Three of Cups, Eight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, 9 of Swords. Give them asylum. Some will, most won't. I'm going to start swearing. Desperate, 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 desperate people. Thank you, Linda. It's a mess between earthquakes and storms and the political upheaval and the, oh my gosh, insult to injury. They have been through hell, disappointment. Some are going to get, some will make it through. Most will not. I wish I had better news. Sorry. $57. Okay, Deborah had a question. Bob Woodward reveals Trump loyalist Lindsey Graham told him secretly that Trump is very damaged and has serious personality problems. Let's read on Lindsay. I mean, there comes a point where nobody can trust you. Nobody can take you seriously. Is there some point here where Lindsay finally gets his comeuppance? By the way, he phoned countries. He phoned states too about trying to overturn the election. Kathleen, I don't know how Autumn does this daily. She must have to meditate, shower, meditate, repeat. You're not entirely wrong there. Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Magician, Lindsay. Is he going to get in trouble for calling these other states? Do I see some kind of legal issues in Lindsay's future? Lindsay Graham. Rancid mint julep. Man lies like a rug. He's when people think of politicians that are just constantly lying to your face and just care all about their own power rather than policies and caring about their constituent. Lindsay Graham. Scotia Sweet, I was actually going to ask about your self-care as an intensive reader. Oh, I don't know. We can talk about that sometime. Thief card. Lovers. Oh, your best buddy in the whole world as long as you've got power. And he's sitting pretty. Oh, your best friend, your best friend, even through the absolute worst of the worst of the worst. But Lindsay cares about Lindsay. And do not think for 1 second that Oh, I do declare fake, not fake, but that I do declare, let's put it this way. I'm not saying his accent is fake, but it gives him a kind of cover. Oh, hippie gypsy, you express yourself around here. I'm glad you do. Wheel of Fortune raised him up. It will knock him down. Nothing's going to happen for a while, though. I guess people want to believe what they want to believe, and some people are still going to believe that Lindsay Graham cares about anyone other than Lindsay Graham. Fools. Okay, I do need to turn this light off. It's hurting my eye. In the corner of my eye. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. All right, maybe I can turn it down. Better. Okay, that won't blind me. Okay. Yes, Bismo. Lindsay would become best friends with a steaming pile if it gave him power. Yep. Then again, he's friends with Trump, so yeah. 102. Okay, I don't know that this is even possible. Jay Brumley was asking, will Schumer ever eventually overrule the parliamentarian to get immigration reform? Well, if we could do that, he'd have enough votes to actually pass something. So, Hippie Gypsy, you're teaching me how to behave. Me? Oh, jeez. Linda Kingsley's asking, so until retrograde stops and movement happens, we have the crazy in Congress? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Lindsay has always had that accent. He's from a county nearby. Oh, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm saying that he makes sure to keep it. And there's nothing wrong with having an accent. There's heck no. I had someone in the UK. They're like, "You're from Chicago." How would you know that? Chicago. You have those wide vowels. It's like, oh, do I? Okay. Nothing wrong with an accent. It's just yeah. I don't expect much movement on things until next month. Linda says, oh God, what? Jay Brumley says, I understand the parliamentarian can be overruled, but I could be wrong. I understand. I'm the one who could be very wrong here. If somebody is in the wrong, just assume it's me. My ignorance is vast, and all I can do is try to chip away at it every day. And you guys, you're interested in these things, so quite often you've got information I don't have. But how about if we're looking at immigration reform, will Schumer eventually pass immigration reform? Could we put it that way? Like that. Schumer, immigration reform. I got a big old from Schumer. I'm trying. Oh, Lecter says, I didn't realize we had a parliament in the U.S. until now. Very funny. Very funny. Sherry says, from what I've read, the VP can overrule the parliamentarian. Ooh. Oh, he says you don't have a strong Chicago accent. Oh, I don't know. Ace of Pentacles. Mansion and the Republicans. Nine of Cups. King of Cups. Actually, yeah. This looks like eventually we may get something. But it has I wonder if it's going to be like after the midterms when there are more Democrats in Congress, hopefully. Because that feels like there are enough votes to get Biden's stuff passed, and this is immigrants to help them, but also this is Republicans not having the power to stop it. Really? Sherry says, I read an article this weekend where it was talking about Vice President Harris can overrule the parliamentarian. Martha says Schumer would have to fire the parliamentarian and replace her, which McConnell did. Oh, who's surprised? And M. Kelpie, hey, is saying, I have to say that from a year ago, the collective weight is not as heavy. That's true. Boy, there's going to be a lot of pain between here and there. Magician, Six of Cups. Not in the short term. We're not getting immigration reform in the short term. That's what they're saying. That is a doornail. People are standing up. We're getting people involved, but it doesn't move forward until later. Sorry. And anyone says I only see what I want to see in the cards. I see a lot of pain that I wish I could do something about. It isn't just, oh, the people I don't like are going to get in trouble. Quite often the people I don't like, they're just kind of there. But we'll see. Linda had a question. All right, we're at 107 and a bit. 107.30. Does anyone know who is at the base of the dark money that's supporting senators in the last, and I think you meant and the last two Supreme Court justices? Who is at the base? Does anyone know? Base of the dark money. I'll see what I can get. If anybody has ideas or answers for that, please jump in. Please, oh please. Who's basically, where's the dark money coming from? Is there a base to it? Is there a source? Just see what I get. Dark money. It's not grassroots. It's not even grassroots and then funneled through something else. This is, I'm getting people, specifically men, not really a shock there, who believe because they are rich that they know better than everybody else. And that everybody could be rich just like them if they worked hard enough, or that stupid thing. Linda says Federalist Society donors, Heritage Foundation donors, they're probably the same donors, billionaires. Thank you, Hippie Sue. Mercer's, the Koch brother who remains. Knight of Wands, people put money behind these far-right policies to get their far-right agenda. They don't see themselves as far-right, but they are. Nine of Cups, the World. They throw their weight around. They throw their power around. And when they find that when they write checks and all of this, and suddenly politicians are doing what they want, they're just like, oh. So they'll do what I want. So I have the power. I am the center. I get my way, and their heads just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. it's arrogance, supreme arrogance. It's I mean, they've done psychological studies. That whole, like, even just the monopoly experiment. Even people given an advantage, they'll start like picking on the person who's losing or giving them grief. You were given an advantage at the start. Doesn't matter. I'm the winner. On the far right, views on the defensive. We know what's best for the little people. So we're bullies. Eventually, we'll get some of this sorted out. But for now, super entitled rich men who think they are better than us. They're better than everybody. That's what I get. Okay. 1:11:30. Wendy was wondering about the supply chain blockage. We were talking about this the other day. 1:11:45, where there are some bumps, just bumps in the supply chain, and so Wendy was asking, why is there a supply chain blockage? Cargo ships are backed up in California and cannot dock to unload. Who's responsible? How will it end? So the supply chain blockage has to do with, well, a big chunk of it is just where people who were displaced, people who lost jobs, moved, that sort of thing. Like right now, all these internet problems I've been having for months, it turns out, there's a shortage of people who work on the lines. The contractors who specifically work outside on those lines. And so there are so few of them at the moment that complicated, not easy to solve problems like this one are, a lot of them are just being put off. And it's just like, oh, I checked it, it's fine. It's an ongoing problem. There aren't enough people. So you've got people were massively displaced. And it's just, what's going on? As far as, the stuff backed up. And the thing is that, people buy things from overseas and they get shipped here. But you have to then be able to pick that up and move it. Well, there's been talk of shortages with truckers and transportation and things like that. So it's going to take time to ramp everything back up, working together. Yeah. And apparently shipping costs are through the roof. I read an article recently where before this one company that, I don't know, they made like stuffed animals or something. I forget what it was. But a shipping container full to ship a shipping container used to cost about $4,000 to ship it to the States. And it's now at like $20,000. Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands, King of Wands. So, was Trump a good president? Well, 675,000 people couldn't be reached for comment. It's COVID. And it is absolutely this lunacy, this stupidity, this cruelty. I have mine. Stick it to the libs. I tried. I know. I'm very much a Democrat. You guys know that. But this is that bad. Politics has led to these horrible consequences. Play dangerous games, win dangerous prizes. Bless you, sweetness. Boo-boo. Shortage of workers and COVID. Yep. Bless you. Oh my goodness. What is it with the sneezing? Why do we have a sneezy kitty? Hello, sneezy kitty. How are you? Ooh, he says hello. Hello, boo-boo. Did you have a nap? Oh, I have to look out the window. What's going on out there? It's raining. There's stuff moving. Like vermin. Like little critters. Oh, things moving like little critters. You're very fuzzy. Hi. Hello, sweetie. Somebody had a nap. Hi. It's getting brighter in here. Sun's coming out a little bit more. Hi. Let me see if I do that. Does that help? Whoops, a little bit. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. It's okay. Oh, I've got Pumpkin back there eating, and I've got Boo Boo here. Donating plenty of fur. Okay. So where was I? At 1:16:30. She went up 1:17. Weisselberg. All right, we need to read on Weisselberg. You're a nut, and I love you. I love you both. You and your brother, even if you don't like each other. Okay, Weisselberg. Weisselberg was in court this morning. I don't know if you guys saw that. Sherry says Boo was trying to brush her teeth. Yeah, I think so. Checking with Mama after a nap. Yes. Yes, Pegasus. He's a good boy. He is a cool cat, Dave. I love them both. So at 1:17:30. So basically, Weisselberg was in court this morning, and it was just a. I want to say, I could be wrong in the dates, but I want to say the defense has until the end of July. No, the end of January to file briefs to counter the charges. And then the prosecution has until the end of July, I think, to file countermeasures or something. Then the trial is said, and at that point they'll decide when the trial is going to be. And so experts are expecting the trial to start kind of in about a year. But the interesting thing is that, look at that face. Did you see a leaf? Oh, yes. Did you see a leaf? Oh, there's a bird. There's a bird on the electric line. He's a nut. So anyway, but one of the lawyers said that they're expecting more indictments, that there are going to be, they were just like, there are going to be more indictments. So I wanted to know, first of all, more information about the indictments. And then I want to know, excuse me, then I want to know, this trial not starting for a year, what kind of effect is that going to have? Are there going to be repercussions? I mean, what's, oh, you guys haven't heard him squeak before? Squeaker bunny. That's the other thing I call him. Because he doesn't really meow. He has a squeak. Oh, you're a good boy. Weisselberg. So other indictments. What's going on with the other indictments? What do you think? Do you think there'll be other indictments? They say there'll be other indictments. Please leave the cards alone because you'll chew on them. I know you. I have literally have like hole punches from your fangs in my zombie deck, which seems quite appropriate, really. Oh, they're definitely going to be indictments. I'm getting very strong Ivanka energy here. He found a purple paper tag. Jeez. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Empress. More indictments. It's got Ivanka energy all over it. King of Swords, prosecutor. Us celebrating, us being like, thank you, finally. Hanged man. Okay. Net. Ixnay. Ixnay on the chewing. No chewing. Oh, Barden. We are going to be celebrating, but it's going to take time. There will be indictments, and then there's so many. I want to say that this morning they literally doubled the amount of documents and stuff that were involved in the Weisselberg case. I think they said it went from like 3 million documents to like 6 million. There. How you doing? You're so good. Are you gonna relax now? You're gonna relax now. So there's a lot of documentation, and so there'll be a delay. So that's good news. Where's that word? Yes. So 123. So are there going to be repercussions with this taking, so long? It being a year until this man goes on trial. I mean, is that a good thing? Because it means there's going to be a lot more. There are going to be a lot more indictments and things sorted out there, or is it just going to be another one of those Trump delays? It doesn't feel like one of those Trump delays where you just wait and everybody gets off. Nobody gets in trouble. So, okay. This delay. I definitely feel some frustration. That we will be dealing with some frustration, but it doesn't feel like this is a delay that's going to be fruitless, like so many Trump-related delays. And they are going after Trump. Oh, yes, indeed. They are going to go after Trump. And there are going to be no, you don't need me to tell you, there are going to be a flurry of things from him about, you can't prosecute me. I was the president once. Don't I think of that? So this coming year, they've been pulling all the Trump organization is just it's built like a they think they've built a maze, and I've been picking up that forensic accountants going back through all of the related stuff. They're they like come into work and they're like, okay, I'm starting this, and I better be on my A game. I better get this sorted out. And then they are actually looking at the stuff, and it's like, oh, it's like they're like one trick pony. They were like one trick ponies. It wasn't well done. Bless you. Can you please calm down? Why are you upset? Do you want down? All right. There. First floor, ground floor. Ground floor, cat food. Sorry. Pegasus says we're trained by TV shows to expect fast justice. And they're definitely moving forward, so. Holly in France says it's a small business run by amateurs. True. That's absolutely true. So it's the end of the world as they knew it. Trump's still at Mar-a-Lago thinking that he'll find a way out. More and more and more and more and more and more evidence. It's not going to end well for them. This is the end of Weisselberg's life as he knows it. And it's just going to grow. But right now, Trump's still thinking he's going to be fine. And he's not. He's not. So we'll definitely return to this soon. Okay, so last question I've got here. Oh my goodness, this is really worrying, guys. Yeah, and I feel fine. Yeah, end of the world, he knows it, and I feel fine. So I say to the cats when I'm being too slow getting their treats or something, and they're just like, and it's just like, is it the end of the world as you know it? Because I feel fine. Anyway, 127, climate change. Very, very worrying, because those who weren't here at the beginning, the UN has come out. You know how the UN, the climate scientists were saying before that the temperature, the temperature of the Earth is rising because of CO2 emissions. Boy, if I got cat hair on my face, surprise. And it go like for every degree we go up, the temperature of the Earth goes up, the more we get storms and floods, and it's just awful, and heat and drought and all this stuff. Well, they were saying for like a 1.5 degrees Celsius by the end of the century and all of this, and then they were saying it's going to be like 2 degrees Celsius going up. That's awful. They just released something that says by the end of this century, it's actually looking like 2.7 degrees Celsius, which is catastrophic. We have to do something about climate change now. Now. And it's going to get... Scotia Sweetie says the recent IPCC report was quite dire. We're tracking worst case scenarios. Yeah. In generations to come, they are going to be so angry. So angry at all of these people through the second half and the first part of the second half of the 1900s and the beginning of the 2000s, who were just like, it's a hoax. We're not going to do much. We'll do a little bit. They'll be so angry. Oh yeah, it was a vacation for us. Yikes. Yikes. 8 of Cups. The evidence is there. It's not a secret, but we have to use our higher wisdom to look at the bigger picture. Queen of Pentacles, but all the Republican thinking of business first. But this is nature. This is Mother Nature, and she's not happy. It will take massive in future. I'm seeing, did you ever watch, like, I don't know, I think like the movie Aliens, not the first one, the second one from the mid-'80s, where they had the big building that was a terraforming it was like a processor where they were terraforming the planet. I'm seeing there coming a point where it's like a big machine. It's about the size of a building. And it's just trying to pull CO2 out of the atmosphere. Different countries have different types, but this is like, it's a thing. Yeah, it's a CO2 processor. Just working 24 hours a day. These processors working 24 hours a day, just trying desperately to pull as much CO2 out of the atmosphere as possible. Wow. Because the storms are that bad, the droughts are that bad. The flooding around the world is that bad. This is depressing. I like to end on a happier note than this, but I don't have a happier note to give you. Man. If I live to be 100, it will be 2071. So I'm not going to see the year 2100. That just ain't going to happen. Electric, can you explain Celsius? I converted it to Fahrenheit. It comes out to 35 degrees. I'm still not getting it. Sorry. Celsius. Well, it's two. Is Celsius like 2 points? I can't remember what the conversion rate is, but it's basically the mean, the average temperature is going to go up significantly. That's kind of what you need to know. And what's hang on. Conversion. Fahrenheit to Celsius. So let's say 2.7 degrees Celsius. Oh no, because that's starting. The conversion is it's trying to start at 32 degrees. I'm trying to remember exactly how it is, but anyway, you guys can do the math better than I can. I'm really bad with math. My brain switches numbers around all the time. Alpha said, Atha, sorry. Andrea at Lilac Lantern, oh, she's great. And Bathrobe Danny, I've always wanted to read with him. I thought he seems like a sweetheart. I read that solar and wind are okay. Drilling for thermal geological energy might be a better answer. Hey, they're doing it in Iceland. So multiply by 1.8. Thank you, Betty. I think that's the best. Fahrenheit to Celsius. So buckle up. But we'll get through it. Cheryl says, Autumn, you look like autumn personified. Thank you. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. But it's 1:54 here in Chicago. Can you see? No? Well, sort of. You can almost see that it says Chicago right there. At 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock right now, almost 2 o'clock. 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel. The link is actually in the description. And if you have a creative project, come on over. We do 4 25-minute creative, basically time sprints, just 25-minute blocks, where you just focus on whatever your creative project is. It can be anything. Knitting, writing, painting, anything. And then we do 3 minutes between those, and we just support each other and encourage each other. I get nothing from this. I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's not even monetized. So you're always welcome at Book Art Media. The link is in the description box. Also, I've gone back to using my MyFitnessPal, which is also free. So if anybody is tracking their calories and what have you, with them, just using the free version, link to is I'm there as well. I'd love to be friends with you, and we can hit, if you would like to, I came in under my calorie goal for the day, and it'll say this person came up with under their calorie goal, or this person hit their exercise goal, or whatever, and you can just hit that little like button. If you'd like somebody to hit your like buttons, I'm your gal. All right. Teresa, thank you. 5.4 degree Fahrenheit rise by the end of the century. The average going up by almost 5.5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's bad. That's very, very, very bad. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing the math. Thank you. All right. Hang in there. Other than that, I will be back here tomorrow at noon to take your 12 political questions. They're first come, first serve. And Friday is my I just come on each day. Friday is going to be my 1,000th video. And then Saturday night is for long-suffering patrons, our monthly Tarot Social, where we get together from 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time, Chicago time. And it's a smaller group. And we just, you have a reader for 2 hours, and we look at all kinds of silliness and talk about spirituality, and it's lots of fun. All right. That's all that's going on. Just normal. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. And I will definitely see you tomorrow.